Hi, it's Carly here from Tribe. Just earlier tonight I watched a documentary about Jim Carrey playing the role of Andy Kaufman, which is a documentary I highly recommend. It was super interesting to me. And it really was a fascinating inquiry into the nature of identity and had me thinking quite a bit about why we develop masks, why we develop character structures and identity that isn't actually who we are, where we hide who we are because something has informed us we need to have our needs met in some way. And how I see it is that we all start off as vulnerable children who have to fit in with whatever parental social situation that we're in to get love and belonging, and we can learn that it's not actually safe to reveal the reality of that vulnerability, the reality of how we're feeling. And then over the social years, and particularly the teenage years, I think these character structures form much more strongly, and we kind of develop identities around that, hero identities or rebel identities. I think about myself and, I developed characters which had me kind of being perfect, I would do well at school and I would follow the rules and essentially people please. And this served me super well, but at times it had me actually not expressing the truth of what was happening for me. And somehow I had internalized this structure of that it's not okay for me to be feeling a particular way. And I see a lot of the work around coming into authenticity and expressing that out in the world being about kind of seeing these masks that we're wearing and learning how to own the reality behind them, own the vulnerability behind them, and have more better strategies that lets us protect and express that vulnerability, strategies that aren't about being dishonest in some way. And I think this culture of building masks to get what we want is just super prolific. There's just so much of it, and it's something that I feel pretty sad about, and it's a key part of what I'm really passionate about in what we're doing in Tribe, is to kind of teach the skills of actually being able to be honest in what we're feeling and know what we're feeling and make clear requests and express boundaries, and that it's okay that we don't have to always be liked and fit in with what other people want, that we're still essentially worthy. And I think the process of doing that, kind of unraveling these structures and developing ones that are more honest and healthy and are actually more productive and effective, is can be quite a slow process of learning how to make it okay to have the feelings that we have and find these places where we don't feel worthy somehow and feel insecure, and have these places be okay such that we can then protect them and share them honestly. And I'm aware of some of my own process in this currently, where I'm starting to come more into touch with some of the reality of where I'm scared and vulnerable and awkward, and rather than pretending that I'm not those ways and wearing a mask to get what I want by pretending that I'm all good, to instead own these places, then I can actually just more easily share myself around them, and I can look after myself more. And so I think there's this process of actually owning what we're feeling, owning it, making it okay, and then learning how to be in relationship to ourselves from that place and love ourselves from that place, such that we can then relate to other people from that place. And like I said, I feel really a lot of passion about teaching people how to do that and creating culture around it and practicing it at myself. And then I think the world that we start to live in is one where it's kind of a relief, so we don't have to have all this extra energy into pretending to be a different way. We can kind of instead just be ourselves and kind of relax into that and much more directly and easily express what our needs and desires are from that place. I hope this has been useful and makes sense, and I'd love to hear any ways in which you're becoming more aware of the masks you wear and wondering if you can actually express what's true for you. Thank you.